I have only one message to you all. Don't expect anything. So give all your 100%. It's not like unless and until you people will go and approach the professors, you can't be able to learn everything. So you have to break the shell and you have to go to people and talk to them. GIBS is my launch pad because I it was a surface where I can mold all my skills and it has defined what I am today. So it's really an amazing moment, like where Monica was before and now where she is.
Hello, viewers. Welcome back to the latest episode on GIBS IRE Talks podcast powered by GIBS Business School, a place where innovation meets inspiration. This is Professor Guru Prasad, the host for today. Well, if I pick somebody at any point of time and ask him this question, if I have to take you back to the life, where would that be? And anyone would say, I would love to go back to my college days, because that is where the real journey is, that is where the real fun. And anyone would love to go back to their college days and share their memories and all that. But today, very uniquely in this particular podcast, I have somebody who is living that college life in the fullest extent and making all of us proud. I'm so happy to introduce Monica to all of you, the student of PGDM and also the winner of the prestigious Student of the Year 2025. On behalf of all my viewers, let me extend a heartfelt welcome to you. Welcome to the show, Monica.
Thank you so much, sir.
How have you been?
Yes, sir. I'm good, sir. How are you, sir?
Great, thank you so much. Um, First of all, a big congratulations to you. I'm sure your 2 years journey here would have been amazing, and that's the whole reason why you have won the Student of the Year award as well. So, how do you feel?
Yes, sir. So first of all, thank you so much for your warm wishes. So it was really a surreal moment for me because it just I just went back, like the 2 years entire journey was in front of my eyes, like those sleepless nights as well as the hard works whichever I have put. So it just came in front of me, and it was really an amazing experience for me.
Any remote, I would say, you had this thought in your mind that you would be getting this award one day?
No, no, sir. I had never thought because in the starting, my aim was like only to complete the course and to get out with a decent job. That was my primary expectation. Or entire whatever the students, everyone will be having the same expectation. So that was my expectation. So I came here with a raw talent where I don't know like where to go, and I'm not sure about what I'll be doing. But then now getting out from the college, that too with a Student of the Year award, is really an amazing feeling for me.
Well, that's great. Let's rewind ourselves. Let's go a bit backward. What was the undergraduation program that you did?
So my UG is like, it will be quite surprising because I did the B Pharma. So it's a bachelor in pharmacy.
So my question was very valid to you then. Absolutely. Go on.
Yes, sir. So yeah, so everyone had this question like, why PGDM after B Pharma?
Right.
So the main thing is like during the course in the B Pharma, I felt that I will be most suitable in the executive roles as well as the business, how a business works, and how the management, the course will look like. So I had a more interest over there. So I came across various B schools. So in that I have chosen the GIBS, and so in order to nurture as well as in order to cultivate my executive role skills, so I have shifted from the B Pharma to.
But otherwise,
GTM.
generally the course that they pick after B Farm is what, M Farm?
Yes, sir. It will be M Pharm. Yeah.
Right. I'm sure it was quite challenging for you while taking this decision.
Yes, sir.
How was the response from your parents?
They were actually in a bit of shock. Why? Because they told like, then why did you do the B Farm? And not
Absolutely.
only with my family, like even my friends also told the same.
Right.
So after becoming there also a student of the year, I was the student of the year in the B Farm also.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah. So from there, then again here changing, it was everyone told like, you are making a wrong decision, just rethink once again. So in your, first of all, your base is a science, then how can you change it to the management? Yeah. So I was sure in one thing, like it's not like whenever you are starting or in one direction what you are choosing, you have to land up there. So I had made sure that okay, whichever my interest was there, let me go with that. So I have made a decision, okay, I will be doing this. So for that we need to prepare from the scratch. So I was ready mentally. So I told that definitely I'll be doing that. So you can hope me, you can have a hope on me, I told. So my parents told that okay, if you are sure with that, definitely you can go with this. And then my friends also told that okay, if you are very much sure, definitely you can go ahead with that.
I think I would tell all my viewers watching us, there's one very important message that you gave. Stand to your own perception and your own gut feel.
Correct.
Right? You never fell into pressure.
True.
Right? And when everyone were against your decision,
Yeah.
you stood to your decision.
Correct.
I think that is a true sign of any individual, true sign of an entrepreneur, whatever you call.
Yeah, true.
Right? So, yeah, I mean, that's a very important point. Students, please make a note. I mean, if you have something of your choice and interest, stick on to it. Obstacles are always there, but never lose on the gut.
True.
Take us through your journey in GIBS. I mean, how did you feel initially, especially the first and second trimester? Did you feel at any point of time, अरे यार मैं किस course पे आ गया यहाँ पे?
Yeah, I mean, each and every exam I felt that. But then now, the first thing was when I got into the GIBS, here we had the initial screening, that the interview.
Yeah.
So I was very much nervous. Our own Sandeep sir has took the interview. I still remember that day. I was so nervous, like I was blabbering. I started to blabber in the video interview. So through that, sir told take a 2 minutes and then you can talk. So
What was the reason behind that? I mean, you are getting into a course which you loved.
yes, sir.
So what was the reason of getting nervous at that
Yeah,
point?
so before the interview started, I was like, people are asking me the few questions like why PGDM and why do you want a particular course. So for that, if I think I'm sure that I want to do this, but I'm not sure like what are the reasons to that. So I didn't had a proper reason to tell that. So I just had the dream. So I want to get up in a good position where I have to reach there, but I don't know how to keep the points for in the forward. So I was like entirely in a nervous mode, and then I took 2 minutes and I told the proper reason like why I'm changing. So at that time, sir has understood and he told that okay, this is a new thing and it's not like you won't be ending up in a good position. Definitely, I believe that you will be ending up in a good position. He told on that day, and like it has been. I'm here today, so this is a. I couldn't feel that it's a real or not, but then it started the first trimester. I just came here to visit the campus before that. So I had a very good experience with all the management people. So everyone I spoke with the seniors also. Before that, I connected to all the individuals in the LinkedIn whoever is in association with GIBS, and I got a very good response from them also. And when I came to the campus, and then once the trimester has started, I have gone through all the syllabus, curriculum, everything. So it was everything was new for me. Not even a single subject was
Absolutely. Yes.
it was repeated. So in the day when I felt like okay, everyone had a kind of revision at that time because they already had that in their UG.
In the graduation.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
undergraduate.
they were. It was like a cakewalk for them, and they were just answering in the class. So I felt like okay, I have to buckle up and I have to do something. So what I did was in the day one itself, like we had an orientation around 1 month we had. So everyone were just taking it as a light class. But at that time, I sat in the library as well as I took all the books. And even my brother stood there, and he was my biggest support system. So he also taught me what is the accountancy was the major like a challenge for me
It
because
should be.
because
a science
I-
background,
Exactly.
you will have zero knowledge on accounting.
Yeah. So from the starting, he told me, and my friends also sat with me, and they were humble enough to help me throughout the orientation. So at the end of the orientation, I was able to match up with all the students, like whatever the knowledge they have gained in their UG, I was able to match up. And so like me, people from the other backgrounds, they were also suffering. So I saw that, and even they were struggling there. So I went to them. Even I have told whatever I know, I have shared to them, so that it will be a kind of revision for me as well as it will be helpful for them. So I went to people as well as we did a group discussions. So throughout that, in the first trimester itself, I had a very broad exposure in all the topics. So I never taken any kind of leaves as such. I had maintained all the 100% attendance in my entire trimesters. So I used to sit with everyone, and I used to learn as much as possible. And then as a result of that, the at the end of the first trimester, I was a second batch topper in the first trimester. So it was a kind of a boost for me. Okay, I
Absolutely.
can definitely do the next trimesters too. So I got a confidence in that
So that was
trimester.
a great beginning.
Yes, sir. So it was a good kickstart, I can tell. So from that, I took, okay, definitely it's not enough. So we have to buckle up in such a way that by the end of the fourth trimester, I should be fully prepared in the subject knowledge as well as in entire aspects, so that I can face the interview as well as why did I come to GIBS? I have to ensure that I'm going with that. So that was my entire decision in my first trimester, and I continued with in the second trimester too. And the second trimester was little heavy because we had many subjects along with the programs too.
The
So
elevation is obvious.
yeah, yeah.
You will face challenges as and when it progresses.
Yeah, so as the subjects also increased, we had a new subjects to numericals. So even with the help of all the professors were, it's not like unless and until you people will go and approach the professors, you can't be able to learn everything. So you have to break the shell and you have to go to people and talk to them. Then only definitely we can understand much, rather than in the class. It's not like whatever they are teaching, you're just keeping silent. You have to take it the note, and you have to, apart from the class, you have to go to them and you have to talk and you have to gain the knowledge. So this is what I followed since all the trimesters. So I want everyone, whoever or new to the management or any students, whoever it might be, you people can do if at all you wanted to grow. So this is what
That's
about
great.
me.
Academic challenge was quite obvious because
Yes.
you came from a different background altogether. Any challenges you faced in the key skill sets that a management student should acquire?
Yes, sir. So, first of all, like in my undergraduation, it was not like any kind of the soft skills training we never had.
Won't be there, right?
Yes, yeah, we never had, and it's not like we have to wear the business casual, how to dress, everything. Starting from that, I was not aware about that. So once I came to GIBS, the first thing I have learned through the CPMP course was the soft skill training. That was the first thing. So that itself made me like, okay, first our appearance is also much more important than whatever the skills we are owning. So along with that, the management student, it's not that only one specialization they have to know. It's like the entire thing they have to cover. So these are the initial challenges that I have felt whenever I joined as a management student.
And how were you able to overcome these challenges?
Yes, sir. It was
Because, I always feel at times what people don't like is change,
yes, sir.
right?
Yeah.
They're used to a particular flow.
Yeah,
And for you, it was an absolute change.
yeah.
A different domain, a different culture altogether, right? So, how were you able to cope it up, the change aspect of it?
Yes, it was actually very much difficult. So I can tell it's entirely because of my family, friends, as well as the professors. Why? Because I'm a day scholar student where I used to go to my whatever happens in the class. I used to discuss with my family. So they told like you have chosen it, so you have to stick to that.
Absolutely.
Whatever the thing.
You have no option.
Yeah, so it also a kind of motivation. Whenever they will
It
scold
is.
me, yeah, whenever they will scold me, it will be like, okay, I have chosen this. Definitely, I should stand alone and I should face it somehow. So it will be a kind of internal motivation for me, as well as like the entire trimester has been one trimester has been dedicated to the soft skill training itself. So whenever all the Saturdays, it has been a kind of routine for me. So it has become, okay, this change is also bringing some kind of skill development in me, so I can feel the difference. It's not like you are sticking, you wear like that, so you have to be like that. So it's not necessary. So whenever if it is a good thing, it's there is no time like no, I won't change, or it should be like in a particular time I'll be changing, nothing as such. If it is a good thing, definitely you can make a decision that yes, this is a time to change, and you can change at that moment itself. So it's not a big thing like I should be in my own thing, and I should be in my own limits, and this is my thing. It shouldn't be like that. It should be open to learn everything, and you should not hesitate to ask any kind of help with your peers as well as with all your people like the professors too. So even though the difficulties will be there, definitely you have to change it for your own benefit.
That's a very valid point. So let's assume, not assume, it's a fact that you literally smashed the first three trimesters,
Yes, sir.
and you are now in the second year, let us say.
Yes, sir.
And did you find a different you, like how Monica was during BPharm,
Yes.
and now as a second year PGDM student? What
Yes.
difference you could find? Yourself?
Yeah, definitely a lot of difference I can see, because the BPharm Monica she was not sure about what she was doing, and it's like just coming to the college and then studying and then going. It was like that. So in GIBS, I literally found like, why am I studying this? What is the reason for that, and how it is related to your job and day to day life? Everything I was able to connect once after the first year. That to the all the programs we had, many programs we had in the first year itself. So through all the programs I had a very good exposure, so that I have gained the maximum thing whatever a program can give. So starting from the management fest, whatever actively participating in that, and all the societies we had, and then we had mainly the IRE program and the CPMP as well as the BMP, everything, all the programs has been in the first year. So the exposure what our batch has got was immense. So in that, I have gained a lots and lots of experience. So that through that, it was very much helpful. So I have become a new person in a second year. Like I have never, I seriously didn't had an idea of what is entrepreneurship. Once after coming to the GIBS, I heard the name entrepreneurship, and then okay, this is how even a small idea can also become a big impact, can create a big impact. So I have seen all the podcasts as well as the IRE talks also. In that, it was telling that how a person with a small idea can become a big person, as well as he will be a good person in the society too.
The most important question that generally after first year the people come to us is asking doubts on the specialization.
Yeah.
I'm sure you coming from an altogether different background had this big question in your mind.
Yes, sir.
How did you solve this and how did you pick up your specialization?
Yes, sir. So in the first year itself, we had an exposure for all the specializations. So the major ones is a HR, marketing, and finance. In that, mainly through the course, I felt like my skills has been matched mainly with the HR specialization, because I like to talk to people, as well as I like to engage with the all the people around me. So it made me to attract. So mainly the first thing is like, it's not, don't say about the numbers, like which position will give you the maximum salary as such. Whichever gives you the satisfaction, whichever roles will be suiting you, so go with that. So that was my gut feeling, and everyone told, you have a good CGPA, why can't you go for finance? It's not like that. Like whichever thing you can do it, and whichever you love to do, definitely you can go with that. So I told HR is a very good specialization, and nothing to do with the numbers. If you are having a passion on that, definitely you can go with that. So this is what I followed. So I have taken HR and operations as my specialization.
For students who often get confused in this question, here is the right answer. I think this is something that you should really mark this. Well, any education institutes would believe in holistic development of the student.
Yes.
Meaning, not just academically sound, but in all of it. Now, I've been seeing you from last 1 year, because it's been 1 year journey in GIBS for me as well. I found you associating yourself with a lot of events. I would say all of the events of GIBS.
Yes, sir.
Now, I have two questions on this. Question one, what made you to get into these events? Because at the same time, you are quite curious about the option that you have chosen.
Yes, sir.
And second question, how did you balance both the academics as well as the extracurricular activities?
Yes, sir. So it's a very good question, and for every student, it's not only that I have to gain the mark and I have to excel academically. No, that's not the true. See, if you are a person who is able to go out and talk to the people, definitely you can have a different kinds of idea. Like it's not only like you're studying well, so you have to get the job and a good salary you have to get, and then you have to settle in the life. It's not that. Something beyond that you can see. Like if you are participating in any events, for example, I was a member of a sports society, and I was a coordinator and head of the sports society. So I went there. It was entirely my passion. So where I learned many things there, like how to coordinate the event, before an event, what and all should be there. So everything, it also indirectly helping you to land in a good job. This is like the skills you will be cultivated indirectly. So it's not only about the academic. Don't focus about the marks as well as the studies. It's about the holistic thing. Like you have to take part in any kind of the CSR activities. So in our college itself, we have conducted many societal activities like the CSR activity, sports activity, and the marketing events, the TEDx talks. So in all the events, I was a part. Why? Because the only reason is I can learn something. It's not like you will be fixing that, okay, only whatever the monetary benefits I will get, I have to participate only in that. No, it's not true. I have attended the TEDx talk where literally in the first year I attended. So it was not a mandatory thing. But then first year I was so curious, I attended. That made me to attend the second year also. Because all the speakers, whoever has come was their inputs were literally, I felt like it was a goosebumps moment for me because everyone spoke there very well, and their journey itself has given me a kind of beyond the life, like how they have been lived there and how they have seen the things. So even that also had played an important role to see the things in a different way. So I have adapted and have taken each and everything as a learning. It's not only about like in academically, okay, I have scored in accountancy 100 on 100. It's not, it doesn't give you a fully the kind of benefit I can see. So if at all you are in all the activities, definitely in one or the other way you will get a learning. It will be indirectly helping you towards to face the life. That's what I can say. So definitely I manage the academics as to, because I never had an idea of I have to top the batch as such. So I never expected anything. I just studied only for myself because I don't want to prove that, okay, I have taken the 9 CGPA as such. Nothing as such. It was only to me. Like from the subject, whatever I have understood, it will be helping for me. So as well as the other extracurricular activities too, that will be helpful to support my passion too. So if you're having a passion as well as the interest to balance both the thing, definitely you can go with all the activities. And GIBS is literally giving all the opportunities to you. It's all in your hand, like how efficiently you are using it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a quite detailed explanation of that. It's eye-opener for every one of us who's listening to you. I would love to tell the viewers that, of all the flagship events that we have in our campus, Student of the Year is one of the event which is highly spoken about. Please note it is to the deserving candidate who has probably holistically developed himself or herself in the last 2 years, not just in academics, but also in all parts of the extracurricular activities or any initiatives that GIBS takes. And Ms. Monica is the proud winner of Student of the Year 2025. How was the feeling, and how was it to receive it from one of the finest Bollywood actress, Amrita Rao?
Yes, sir. So before 1 week only, I just got to know that Amrita ma'am is coming. So through the social media post, I came to know. So the occasion itself, a very prestigious occasion, and the most charming person. She came and she has given a much more the charm to the program itself. So I,
If I'm right, your parents were also present for the
yes,
ceremony.
yes, sir, they
right?
were, and they were literally. My mom went and she has taken up pictures with her also, and she liked her very much, and she told like, okay, Bollywood actress is coming. So the craze was high as well, the personalities too. So a very talented person and her presence itself made the occasion very prestigious.
And along with the award, you received a 51,000 cash prize.
Yes, sir.
Personally, I would definitely love to know what would you do with that.
Okay, so that I don't know, like we'll be getting the cash prize also. So first and foremost, like I would love to give something in return to my family because they have been my biggest support system for everything. Like I told the in UG that I want to go to B Pharma. They told okay go. Then I told after my UG I have to go to PGDM. Then they told go, and they stood with me too. So this cash prize is entirely to my family. So maybe a small part that I can repay to them. It's a just of a gesture that I can give something to my family. So this is a dedication to them too.
Great. And if you want to dedicate this award to somebody,
Yes,
who would
sir.
that be?
Okay, this award is exclusively, I think I can dedicate this to my brother because he was my the pillar of support, I can say, because he was the one who has chosen the GIBS, and he made me to admit in the GIBS, and then he stood with me like from the trimester one. He taught me everything, and till now he is teaching me in one or the other way. So this award is exclusive to my brother Pradeep Kumar.
Awesome. Very good. Congratulations, Pradeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deserves a congratulations as well.
Yeah.
Well, so what next in the list for Monica?
Yes, sir. So now I have got to know like what I want to do. So this is the many people would not know like what exactly they want to do. But then once after joining the GIBS, I went to all the streams, and then finally, okay, fine. This is what my strengths as well as this is what my weaknesses do. So I have found out that. So I would like to mold on all the things, that skills whichever my strengths are existing. So I can continue with the learnings, whatever the strengths are there. I'd love to continue that. So it will be ending up in any kind of leadership roles. So I would love to be in a leadership roles. So I'm molding my all the skills in order to land up in a leadership roles, whichever the domain I'm entering into.
Fantastic. Monica, there are a lot of juniors watching you. At the same time, a lot of aspirant students who wish to join GIBS are watching you.
Yes, sir.
So what message you want to convey to them?
Okay, yes, to all the people
To
out
become the
there.
next Monica.
Okay. So to all the people and to all the juniors and the students who want to join GIBS, I have only one message to you all. Don't expect anything. So give all your 100%. It's not like you are doing only for your purpose, or you are doing only to get any kind of benefits. So if you are humble and if you are a motivated person, you are confident enough to leverage all your skills and you can develop it, definitely you will be reaching up in one or the other position. Don't do anything for a recognition or a rewards. Do it for yourself. And it's not only about growing personally, it's all about growing along with your friends. So help your peers and along with you make them grow, and together if you grow, definitely the true happiness will be coming to you. So this is what a small message to you all. So stay grounded and be humble.
Excellent. Fantastic message. Thank you so much. I think we are in the fag end of the a quick short interaction with you, Monica. You had 2 years of incredible journey in GIBS, and it was a perfect wrap, I would say, a perfect end by receiving one of the most prestigious award of GIBS. At the end, one word that you could explain, or what would GIBS mean to you?
Okay, so GIBS is my launch pad, because it was a surface where I can mold all my skills, and it has defined what I am today. So it's really an amazing moment, like where Monica was before and now where she is. So it was a perfect launch pad for me. So thank you GIBS for everything.
Great. Fantastic. I think personally for me today was the best day, because having done numerous podcasts with different startup founders, corporate professionals, today I had an opportunity to have a podcast with my own student, and the journey was really incredible. I mean, a lot of lessons to take for all of us, for all the aspirant students. I think she is the one whom you should really benchmark to. Coming from a different background altogether, grabbing the student of the year 2025 is definitely not a joke. So that really speaks about her attitude, speaks about her passion. Well, I think this is one session. I'm sure there are a lot of takeaways, how you have to mold yourself for the remaining few years. I wish every student watching out a great success in your career. Before we end, don't forget to like and subscribe us in all the social media platforms, GIBS Business School, GIBS IRE Talks. For now, this is Guru Prasad signing off. Thank you for watching.